Hello class 6, welcome to Adult Classroom. This video has been specially made to cover exercise 3.5 of our NCERT book. So let's begin. Before starting the exercise, here are some points to remember. Factor of a number is an exact divisor of that number, meaning the remainder is always 0 and the quotient is always a whole number after dividing the number with it. Multiple is a number that can be divided by another number a certain finite number of times without leaving a remainder. The remainder should be 0. The number other than 1 with only factors, namely 1 and the number itself, is a prime number. Co-prime numbers is a set of numbers or integers which have only 1 as their common factor. Also, there should always be two numbers in order to form co-primes, as co-primes are always considered as pairs. Numbers that have more than two factors are called composite numbers. Number 1 is neither prime nor composite. If two given numbers are divisible by a number, then their sum is also divisible by that number. Every number is a multiple of each of its factors. If a number is divisible by another number, then it is divisible by each of the factors of that number. Question number 1. Which of the following statements are true? So A part is, if a number is divisible by 3, it must be divisible by 9. So here A, here 3 and 9. We can see that 3 is less than 9. And multiples of 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, so on. Multiples of 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, so on. So you can see that all the multiples of 9 are divisible by 3. Divide by 3, 3, 3, 3. But all the multiples of 3 are not always divisible by this 9. You can see that no, yes, no, no, yes. So always it is not divisible by 9. It means our statement is false. B. If a number is divisible by 9, it must be divisible by 3. So, as we know that 9 is equal to 3 into 3. It means 18, 27, 36. If 18, 27, 36 divisible by 9, then yes, this number 18 is also divisible by 3, because we can write down 9 is equal to 3 into 3. So here 9 is dividing 27. It means 27 is also divisible by 3. So statement is true. C. If a number is divisible by 18, it must be divisible by both 3 and 6. So here factors of 18, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18 are factors of 18. The factor of 18 will always divide multiples of 18. So multiples of 18, 18, 36, 54, 72, so on. So 18 is divisible by 18, also is divisible by 3 and 6. Same here. It means statement is true. D. If a number is divisible by 9 and 10 both, then it must be divisible by 90. So here into 10. And multiple of 90 is 90, 180, 270, so on. So 180 is divisible by 90 because 180 and 270 are multiples of 90. So here we have to see that 180 and 270 are also divisible by 9 and 10 also. So 270 is divisible by 9, yes. 270 is divisible by 10, yes. Again 180 coming to here, divisible by 9, yes. By 10, yes. It means statement is true that a number is divisible by 9 and 10 both, then it must be divisible by 90. So statement is true. E. If two numbers are co-prime, at least one of them must be prime. So co-prime. Two numbers are co-prime if they have no other common factors except 1. So here 3 and 5 are co-prime because 3 into 1, factor of 3, 3 and 1, factor of 5, 5 into 1. So only common factor is 1. So 3 and 5 co-prime, and 3 is prime number, 5 is also prime number. But this is not applicable on every co-prime number because 15 and 16. If we are selecting 15 and 16, factors of 15, 1, 3, 5, 15. Factors of 16, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. So here only 1 is common between 15 and 16. So 15 and 16 are also co-prime. But 15 is a composite number, 16 is also a composite number. So this is false. F. All numbers which are divisible by 4 must also be divisible by 8. So multiples of 4, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, so on. And next number is 8. Multiples of 8, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, so on. So here we can see that 8 is always not dividing the multiples of 4. For example, this number is divisible by 8. This is not. This one is yes, 16 is divisible by 8, but this one is not. It means 8 is not always dividing multiples of 4. It means statement is false. G. All numbers which are divisible by 8 must also be divisible by 4. We have already done in F part that multiples of 4 are here, multiples of 8 are here. So multiples of 8, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56 are divisible by 4. Always divisible by 4. It means statement is correct. H. If a number exactly divides two numbers separately, it must exactly divide their sum. So here we are taking example. 4 is divisible by 2. Next number, for example 8. 8 is also divisible by 2. The sum of 4 and 8. 4 plus 8, 12. So 12 is also divisible by 2. It means yes, if a number exactly divides two separate numbers, then it must exactly divide their sum also. The statement is true. I. If a number exactly divides the sum of two numbers, it must exactly divide the two numbers separately. For example, 12. So 2 divides 12. Answer is 6. But it does not divide. If I break it, this will be 7 and 5. But 2 is not dividing 7 and 5. So statement is wrong. Answer is false. Question number 2. Here are two different factor trees for 60. Write the missing numbers. Here we have to find out missing number of factor tree which is given in our question. So A part is 60, 6, 10, 2. Here we have to find out this missing number. Then 5 and this missing number also we have to find out. So this is factor tree here. 60, factors of 60, 6 and 10. Now coming to 6. Factors of 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 6. First number is 2. It means we have to find out 6. If we multiply 2 with 3, then we get 6. So missing number is here 3. Now coming to this 10. So factors of 10. 1, 2, 5, 10. First factor is given 5. It means we need 2 to make it 10 because 5 2s are 10. So answer is 2. B. 60, 30. Missing number here we have to find out. 10. Then here missing number, both numbers. Now factors of 60. 30. If we multiply 30 with 2, then we get 60. It means missing number is 2. Now coming to 30. Factors of 30. There is 10. If we multiply 10 with 3, we get 30. It means answer is 3. Now coming to 10. Factors of 10. 1, 2, 5, 10. So here if we write 1 and 10, 1 into 10 is equal to 10 and 2 into 5 is equal to 10. So we will not choose 1 into 10 because if we write down 1 into 10, the same number we get here, but we have to choose 2 into 5 so that there are two different factors. Question number 3. Which factors are not included in the prime factorization of a composite number? As we know, 1 and number itself are not included in the prime factorization of a composite number. For example, 36. If we do prime factorization of 36, the 36 we get 1. If we do prime factorization with 1, then we get the answer same. It means 1 and the number itself is not included in this part. So answer is 1 and number itself. So answer 1 and number itself. Question number 4. Write the greatest 4-digit number and express it in terms of its prime factors. Now, the greatest 4-digit number is 999. We all know this. We have to do prime factorization of 9999. So, doing here prime factorization of 9999, 3 3, 3, 3, 3. We all know how to do this. 1, 1, 1, 1. And after 11, 11 ones are 11, 11 ones are 11. So 101 is prime number. It is not divisible by any other number except 1 and number itself. So factors of 9999 is equal to 3 into 3 into 11 into 101. Answer. Question number 5. Write the smallest 5-digit number and express it in the form of its prime factors. So, the smallest 5-digit number. We know 10000. 10,000 is our smallest 5-digit number. So, coming to prime factorization. Here 2 5s are 10, 0 0 0, 2 2s are 4, 5 0 0, 2 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10, 0, 2 2 6 are 12, 2 2s are 4, 2 5s are 10. Now this is not divisible by 2, 5. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 5 fives are 25. 5 twos are 10, 5 fives are 25. 5 fives are 25. So prime factors of 10,000. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. 4 times 2 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. First, second, third and fourth. It means 4 times 5 also. Answer. Question number 6. Find all the prime factors of 1729 and arrange them in ascending order. Now, state the relation, if any, between two consecutive prime factors. So, first of all, we have to find out the prime factors of 1729. So, let's check. 1729 is divisible by which number? 7. So, 247. Next number 13. 19. So, prime factors of 1729 into 13 into 9. Second, we have to arrange in ascending order. This is already in ascending order. Now, state the relation, if any, between two consecutive prime number. 7, 13, 19, prime number. Prime number, prime number, prime number. 7, 13, 19 are prime number. So, we have to find out relation between two consecutive. First, we have to find out relation between 13 and 7. After that, 19 and 13. So, 13 minus 7 is 6 and 19 minus 13 is also 6. Hence, difference between these two consecutive prime factors is 6. Answer. I hope you liked the video. Thank you for watching.